So hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is Mel's Gaming here with another The Hunter Call of the Wild video. Now this video is going to be a selection of highlight clips from the period of time just after my albino raccoon grind ended, and the period of time where the early access for Rev on Thule Coast started. Because there was that period of time that was a few days just after my raccoon grind ended where I didn't really know what to do because no one was really sure if there was going to be an early access for Rev on Thule. I didn't know if I would get access to Rev on Thule early access, if there was going to be an early access. So it was just like a period of a couple of days where I didn't really know exactly what was going to be happening. So I decided to go into multiplayer and just see if I could find anything before all the maps get reset with, of course, the Rev on Thule update. And of course, if I did end up getting early access, which I did, huge thank you to EW for giving me early access to Rev on Thule Coast. But yeah, I just figured this would be my last opportunity to maybe go into multiplayer and see what I could find before Rev on Thule. And as you can see, I did end up finding some cool stuff, starting off with this Rio Grande turkey hen, which I didn't end up taxing as I do already have a few of those, but I do like finding the rare Rio Grande turkey, so I was really happy to actually see another one. And then, talking of cool things I ended up finding, I ended up running the coast on Vahonga looking for Cape Buffalo again, hoping still to try and find a super rare. And I found another albino, and it's another level 6 bull, and I didn't think this one would make gold, whereas my other level 6, I thought he would have a chance. I didn't think this one would, based off of his horns. I couldn't remember the gold requirement off of the top of my head. I normally remember the diamond scores for animals, but I don't always remember all the gold scores. And yeah, I didn't think this guy would make it, but I was going to try and obviously get full score on him as he's a nice rare. And I tried to get a shot there as he turned broadside for a second, but unfortunately I was a little bit too slow with my shot, and it sort of hit him, I thought, in the leg somewhere as he turned. It wasn't a good shot, and he ended up running off wounded. So I ended up tracking him down and alerting him again to try and get him to turn and to give me a better shot, as I did want to try and keep the medal, as I said, because he's still a cool rare, even if he wouldn't quite make gold. The rare Cape Buffalo, I think, always are cool to find. Cape Buffalo in and of themselves are a really cool animal, and then once they're like bright white, being either albino or leucistic, I think they just look really, really awesome. So, waiting for this guy to turn and give me a shot that I'm comfortable with here. Now, of course, because I've hit him once, I've only got the one shot before I'll lose a medal, and I need to hit a vital organ on this shot, so I needed to make sure that I made a good shot. And as he turned there, I saw the opportunity. Literally, it's a split second as they turn that you can get that opportunity, and thankfully I made it on that second shot, and he didn't go very far before he actually dropped. These guys are so, so beautiful. I absolutely love rare Cape Buffalo. Again, I think it's just seeing such a huge, rare animal. It's just always a cool sight seeing, you know, a herd of normally black and grey Cape Buffalo, and then you just see this bright white one in the middle of them, and it just looks so incredible, I think. It's just really, really awesome. So this guy did just miss out on gold as he's a 113.70, and you can see that first shot. I thought it went through into the leg, but it actually clipped the top of his horn. So really terrible first shot, but saved it with that second shot going through into the lung, and I was really happy I managed to actually clutch that second shot, and he's a really, really nice trophy. It doesn't matter to me that much that he didn't make gold. Obviously finding bigger ones is always nice, but to me that's still a really cool rare, and I was super happy with that. Then moving on to a clip from Silverage Peaks, and you can see I once again have a level 5 pronghorn in front of me. And once again, it's the dark fur type. Now, this is always the way things seem to go with Call of the Wild. I really, really wanted a dark fur type diamond pronghorn for ages. Couldn't get one. And then I got one eventually. And now since I shot that first one, I think every diamond pronghorn except maybe one that I've shot has been dark, which is just funny. It's like waiting for buses and then they all come at once, and that's basically the same way with these pronghorn. Really happy with that shot. It should have maybe been a bit lower in the chest, but I actually managed to get the bottom of the neck there and through to the lung. So managed to get the vital hit with the neck and with the lung shot, and because it hit the neck, it dropped him on the spot. And this guy is a beautiful dark fur type diamond at 101.40. Not huge in terms of score, but those horns are just massive looking. Like, that's a really impressive looking pronghorn to me. And the dark fur type on these guys, it's just so beautiful. So again, really super happy with that. Now, on the same server, as it was a very low level server, I came to this lake to look for more pronghorn, as I'm looking for rare pronghorn, really. I'd like to find a leucistic male, as I've only ever shot a leucistic female, and I'd like to find an albino. But I ended up finding something different. That is a level 2 Piebald Rocky Mountain Elk bull. Now, these guys never used to be a rare. They used to basically be more like an uncommon. You'd see piebalds everywhere. They got to the point where I just didn't even bother shooting them because they were everywhere. But since, I think it was the Mississippi update, where they changed the rarity of a lot of fur types, these guys are now a proper rare. And I'm so happy about that, because it means that when you find them, it's actually cool. And it's, actually worth something because they are a rare. And this guy is a different piebald to the piebald that I shot in a few videos ago. So it's a different one that I can put into the trophy lodge. And he may only be a level 2, so he is very much on the smaller side. But he's actually got a fairly even rack. And he actually looks quite good for such a small bull. In fact, I think he might be perfectly even. If not, he's very, very symmetrical. Either way, a very good looking smaller bull. And that piebald pattern is absolutely stunning. And like I said, it's the different one to the one that I shot a few videos ago in terms of trophy highlights videos. So I was really happy to get that, and he can go into the trophy lodge for now. If I get a bigger one, he'll get replaced eventually. But for now, he looks really good in there. Now, again, on Silverage Peaks, I came to this outpost just because this lake had never been explored. There was no need zones around. And straight away, looking across from the outpost here, I could see a turkey that looked a lot darker than the rest. And sure enough, I went over there, and it was actually a melanistic. Now, I did actually try to stalk in on it, but a mountain lion ran past me and spooked them all. And I ended up chasing this turkey on the most long chase. And it worked out that, for the best, really, that he'd been spooked by that mountain lion. Because another player joined the session and decided that they were going to spawn out the same outpost as me and start shooting everything in sight. So I was quite relieved that this turkey was flying away up this hill, until it turned around and started flying back towards where I first found it, which is where that marker is, and that's where the other player is. And he flew down here, and I thought I'd lost him. I couldn't see it, and then I found it right here, and it had bugged out. After, I think the chase was just over 4 kilometres, we'll get to see in the harvest screen, he ended up bugging out. And I don't know whether to be really, really sad about this or not, because it did mean I got to take some cool pictures, but it was kind of lame, because, it's a bugged animal now, whoop-de-doo. So I decided to hip shot it, just because, it's bugged, and, it's a turkey. It doesn't matter if I don't get a vital hit on it. But he is a gold melanistic Merriam turkey, and you can see 4.24 kilometres worth of tracking, only for him to get bugged, which was it is quite a huge shame. It's cool that I got some close-up pictures of a rare, which, I maybe might use that for a future thumbnail, or, just make them into nice pictures, but it was a shame that he took me on that huge long chase, only to get stuck like that. But in a way, it's also kind of good, because if he had continued to fly in that direction, pretty sure that other player would have probably stolen it, because they were running around in that area. And I don't know whether they were trying to find this turkey, maybe, if they'd found the track, I don't know. But at the end of the day, still got him, and the chase, at least I did chase him for a long period of time, and it's not like I found him bugged initially. So still really, really happy with that harvest, and one that's going to be really cool for the trophy lodge. You don't see an awful lot of melanistic turkeys, especially melanistic toms. So yeah, really, really happy with that one. But now moving on to another rare, and one that I've only ever seen one of before. I was on this multiplayer Leighton Lake server, and I saw something white over in the distance, and it's an albino jackrabbit. These things are really, really rare, similar to the melanistic turkeys. They're very, very rare to see. And, you know, this is only my second one ever, so I was incredibly excited. It's only a level 1 female, but, you know, it's a rabbit. It's not going to look any different in the trophy lodge to a male. You know, once it's in there, it won't look any different. So I'm super happy with that. And it's, like I said, it's such a rare thing to see that honestly I was just ecstatic to see it. And with the way multiplayer had been, I just decided to quickly shoot it while I had the chance. I didn't want another situation with that turkey where I had to track it for a really long time whilst worrying about another player being in the area. So yeah, really, really happy with that. Such a beautiful rare. They're so bright white. I think these guys just look really, really cool. And I always wanted one. It was something that I looked for a very long time. And then I ended up getting a gold male. And it just reinforced how cool these things look. I think they are really awesome. Now, heading back over to Silverage Peaks for one of the final clips of this video, and I found something, again, that's really rare. Something you don't see a lot. So I got a mating call there from some female bighorn sheep, and immediately, as I start looking through the group, I noticed something incredibly special. That is a level 3 female bighorn sheep. And you can see she has like a proper curl in her horns. She's so much bigger than all the other females in that group. She almost looks like a small male, which, like I said, you don't see a lot of these. And you can see a normal looking female there. You can really see the difference. I have only ever seen these things in screenshots, and they always look so strange because they have the different model, the female model, but they have the horns that almost look like a small male, like I said. And I was so excited. This is effectively a rare to me. This is, you know, like finding an albino or something, because it is such a rare thing to see. And this one is so cool with the way its horns almost like point into its eyes. It's just an incredible looking animal. And what was also really cool, look at the weight. It's 100 kgs on the dot. Now, I don't know for sure, but I have a very big suspicion that that is max weight for a female bighorn sheep. I did speak to people in Discord about it, and the general agreement seemed to be that that's probably max weight for these guys. If you have seen one heavier, or shot one heavier, please do let me know. But I haven't. That's the biggest one I've ever seen. It's absolutely huge. That weight is absolutely huge. 100 kgs for a female bighorn sheep. And the size of those horns, and the fact that she's a silver 121.80 silver female bighorn sheep. Really, really rare find that I was super happy to see. Now, moving on to the final clip of this video, and something I never thought I would see. That is a 9 legendary grizzly bear. You can probably see my shock there from how slow I moved the crosshairs of the binos sort of over it. I was like, there's no way that's a legendary grizzly bear. That is only the second one I have ever seen. The first one was on my map, and it was a small diamond, and I was super happy with it. This was in multiplayer, and it's just a huge bear with that estimate. And I was really, really hopeful that this guy, you know, should be a diamond, hopefully. And I was like, great, my second ever diamond grizzly. There was also a big mythical there as well. But I did check the entire session. The entire session was legit. Didn't find any other max level animals. This was the only one. And when I picked this guy up, he is so incredibly special because he is max weight and max score. 680 kgs on the dot, 69 score, which is actually max. Now, I actually looked at a spreadsheet to check, and it said that 70 was the max, but after discussing with people, that is out of date, so apparently, if you see a spreadsheet that says 70 is the max for these guys, it's out of date. 69 is the actual max for these guys. And yeah, I spoke with Flinter about that as well, and he confirmed for me that this is actually a max grizzly bear, which diamond grizzlies are so rare to see. You know, like, I've only ever seen the one, and I've hunted them quite a lot, and then I find this one, my second one ever, and it's a max. I was shaking when I spotted that this was a legendary, and I started shaking even harder seeing that max weight, max score pop up. I didn't believe it. Like I said, I went through the rest of the session looking, because I was like, there's no way, this has to be a dodgy session or something. But you can see from the scores in chat, there's no other diamonds being shot. I ran around, I looked everywhere, I didn't see anything else that was really big except that one mythical bear that was next to him, which I think is hilarious that the only 2 big bears I saw were right next to each other, and this guy just so happened to be a max. That's one of the probably the coolest max scoring diamond I've ever shot. Like, I've shot a few max score, max weight diamonds in the past, but this is by far the rarest max weight, max score I've ever shot. That's incredible. They're so, like I said, so rare to see a diamond grizz. So rare to see a max scoring one. Absolutely epic. I was so excited about this. I've been waiting for the past few days to actually record this and share it, because I love this trophy. This is one of my favourite trophies ever. As well as that female bighorn. That's definitely a new favourite trophy too, because they're so rare to see. And, you know, it was just such a wild few days. I found some good rares and stuff, and then having that happen with the Melanistic turkey, where it led me on that extraordinary chase, and then ends up getting bugged. It was just such a wild couple of days, and then I had ended up getting this Grizzly, and it was just incredible. So, yeah, a few days of trophies there that I've been sitting on, you know, whilst getting stuff ready for Evan Tooley and all that, but I couldn't wait to share this one with you guys, and I hope you can feel the excitement that I felt when I saw that grizzly bear. That was really special, and that's what keeps me coming back to this game, is moments like that where it gets you shaking because it's such a cool thing to see. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it, and thank you so much for all your support as always. It really does mean the world, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.